This is the Samsung Galaxy A03s, a phone priced around $150 US. But can Samsung deliver a good phone at that price? Is the A03s fast? No, it's not. But I also wouldn't say that it's slow or unusable. I removed all the animations and developer settings to let this device feel as responsive as it can. And it's running Samsung's OneUI version 3.1, which is a flavor of Android I really like. But this is the core version that comes installed on budget and some mid-range Samsung phones with lower-end hardware. It seems pretty well optimized for this device, and moving around the interface isn't frustratingly slow, but there's some delay when pulling down the notification shade, navigating the settings menu, and launching apps. You can also see some stuttering at times when navigating YouTube, browsing the web, and using the camera app. And unlocking the device with the side-mounted fingerprint scanner or face unlock is a bit slow, but nothing feels terrible, which is surprising since the A03s is powered by the MediaTek Helio P35, an entry-level budget processor paired with 3 or 4 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM and either 32 or 64 gigs of eMMC 5.1 storage. You can also add a microSD card to expand that storage by as much as a terabyte. Gaming performance is the only area where this phone really struggles. Simple games will be fine, but anything graphic intensive is not going to work well on this device. Is the screen big and bright? It's big enough, but not very bright. The A03s has a 6.5-inch PLS LCD display running at a refresh rate of 60 Hz. With a peak brightness of about 400 nits, it's visible in direct sunlight, but just barely. And with an HD Plus resolution of 720 by 1600 and a PPI of 270, it's not the sharpest, but it still looks pretty good. Unfortunately, there's just tempered glass here instead of Gorilla Glass, so no kind of serious scratch or crack resistance for this screen. Does the battery charge quickly and last all day? This is the slowest charging phone I've used in a while, but at least it easily lasts 2 days on a full charge. The 7.8 watt charger that ships in the box charges the A03s from 1% to 100% in about 3 hours and 50 minutes, which means you basically have to charge this phone overnight with the included charger. Even though some sites list that you can fast charge this phone at 15 watts, you can't. I tested with a 25 watt Samsung fast charger and the charging time was the same. Then I reached out to Samsung support just to confirm. Thankfully, at 5,000 milliamp hours, this battery lasts quite a while. Easily 2 days of streaming YouTube and podcasts, browsing the web, checking email, and just normal use. If this video has been helpful so far, please give it a like. Thank you for that. Is the A03s reliable? Yes, I didn't find any major bugs, and overall, the software is pretty great. I mentioned that the A03s is running Samsung's OneUI 3.1 Core version, and it has most of the features of standard OneUI 3. I just have one minor complaint. You can't install the Good Lock app to add some more customization features to the device. Now, I technically did manage to install it after downloading the APK online, but it's not working very well, and I've only found 2 modules that can be added. There are a few other features missing in the core version, like Bixby, Samsung Pay, and Secure Folder, but those aren't deal breakers for me. So the camera's pretty bad. You have a 13 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel macro camera on the back, with a 5 megapixel selfie camera on the front. I highly suggest installing GCam on this phone. I actually prefer the pictures from GCam over the stock Samsung camera most of the time. Plus, you don't have a night mode in the stock camera, and even if you don't use GCam for anything else, I think it's worth having just for the night mode capability. Oh, and video is also pretty disappointing. For audio, there's just one speaker, and I wouldn't say the sound quality is good, but it's okay, and it gets loud enough. Plus, there's a headphone jack. Will it work on US networks? Yes, at least on T-Mobile and T-Mobile MVNOs like Mint and Red Pocket. This is important. There are multiple versions of the Galaxy A03s that are sold to different regions around the world. The specific version I'm testing is the A03-7M, and it's the Latin American model. There's an A03 coming to US carrier stores soon, but I'm not sure if it'll be the exact same device or slightly different. I asked if Samsung could make a good phone around this price point, and I think the answer is yes. The A03s is not an amazing phone or a great phone, but it's good. If you're interested in the A03s, you should also take a look at the TCL20 SE and the OnePlus Nord N200. I'm currently reviewing both of those phones, and I'll link the reviews right here as soon as I'm done. So consider subscribing if you want to check those out. And if you think the Galaxy A03s is the right phone for you, then check out Wireless Place. They have a great selection of devices from Samsung, Xiaomi, OnePlus, and more at low prices, and they ship fast. A link to their website is in the description.